Talk about that kick.
Talk about the kick, all right. The kick, it was something, as soon as I got the call about the fight with Frank Camacho, we looked at the film, and I seen him dipping to that side every time Drew Dober threw his left hand at him. And I was like, hey, Coach, I think I can land this kick. I think this is the thing that's going to knock him out. So we worked on it the whole camp. Just today, we came up with a code number for it. It was 0-0. I started hearing somebody, my coach, just yell 0-0-0-0 threw the kick, landed, knocked him out, and here we are.
Talk about parlaying that first victory that you had earlier this year in Austin, backing it up, coming here and back in your hometown in Dallas and getting your hand raised again.
It feels good. It feels good. Two fights, both pretty much in my home state. You know what I mean? I love it. You know, and they both finishes. Hopefully, this one gets a little bit more money with the 50,000. Then, yeah, it feels great.
Were some of those punches that you were landing, like he kept eating them and kept coming? Were you getting frustrated?
I was getting frustrated. My hand hurts bad from that. Like, he was taking some shots. I was laying into him, and he wasn't fading at all.
Did you think you were going to get that finish in the first round?
Yeah, I believed I was going to get it in the first round. And when it didn't finish in the first round, I was ready for the normal Frank Camacho, you know what I mean, the 3-round bloody fight. But got him, knocked him out in the second round, and didn't have to stay in there for 15 minutes.
A lot of people are thinking that, you know, you're going to be the next big thing in this division. You know, you had Joe Rogan almost speechless.
I feel the same way. That's my goal. That's my plan. You know, it's not just winning a couple fights in the UFC. It's being a face of the UFC. You know what I mean? A name. You know what I mean? People, when you think of UFC, you think of me. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. So it's going to happen.
How long do you plan on taking before that becomes a reality? How long do you think it's going to take you?
Not even thinking about that. I'm honestly, I'm the type of person that just takes things step by step. You know, I never look too far ahead. You know, I have a goal to be a UFC champion, but I know that's not like, I'm not like, I need to be champion now. I need to finish out this contract and get it re-signed to another contract, and then we'll go from there.
What was your reaction after you had a nice barrage and they came out and screamed at you? Were you caught off guard at all?
No, I seen him do it in the fight before, and to see him like do it like in my face, like in person, I was like, oh fuck yeah. I was yelling at him like, you're a fucking warrior, and like he just started yelling, and it got me excited. Yeah.
When you have an opponent that is able to kind of walk through some of those shots and kind of came for it, do you welcome those so you can maybe, you know, showcase a little bit more of the skills that you want to do?
That's Frank's style is like a style that I do not like, you know, because he could have, you know, I could have gassed out, and he could have still been doing the zombie on me, and then I would have got beat up in the third round. That's what I was really worried about, just getting drawn out to the third round and him just still sitting there taking shots, and now I'm tired, but this is his element. This is what he does. You know, he's used to that. I'm not.
You had a couple teammates on this card as well. Does that help having, you know, teammates around you for this big night?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I didn't feel like I was going into war alone. You know what I mean? But we had like a locker room full of like friends, coaches. You know, it felt good.
Did you pay attention to the fight before with Charles?
I paid attention to it. Yeah.
Did that kind of damper your mood at all, or?
For a minute, but then once I seen all the people out there when I was walking out, it was back down to reality. You know.
You said you had a hard camp.
Yeah, it was a tough camp.
What was hard about it?
Just working. I work like damn near 50 hours a week. You know what I mean? I'm a server. I'm not complaining about it. You know, it's the life I chose. Like, that's the reason why I serve anyway, so I can have some flexibility. But just like the worst days are Fridays. I fucking work Friday night, get off at like 3, go to bed at like 4:30. Then I have to wake up at 10 or 9, get to the gym by 10. And fucking the Saturdays are our hard days. It's like we do rounds. So I'm sitting there getting beat up for like 25 minutes when I'm dog shit tired from like 4 hours of sleep. And there's stress from, don't want to get into it, but it's just stress. It was a lot of stress, but I made it through, and I'm here now.
So when do you have to go back to work?
I don't know. My managers are cool. I got some of my managers here. They probably gonna give me the month off. I'm telling you. Month off before I quit. they have a choice.
So when was the last time you were waiting?
Last time I served?
Yeah.
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday. Yeah.
Do you expect better tips now? Is the question.
If people remember, actually no, I expect worse tips, because I'm like, he's a UFC, I'm giving him $1. We've seen you on TV. You don't deserve this money.
That just sounds extremely difficult to be able to work so much, train at a high level. Like, there are points you're like, I can't do this. I can't do both. Like, or.
I mean, Honestly, I'm at the bottom tier of the UFC, so yeah, I'm able to work and fight. But once I start getting up there, fighting like, you know what I mean, the ranked dudes, I'm gonna have to be training full time for them.
Where are you at in your contract? Like, how many more fights do you
Two
have?
more.
2 more?
2 more. I'm just gonna keep on saving up, and then once it, hopefully I get this 50,000, you know what I mean, and then I'm gonna start building from there.
At what point do you think it's going to be time to go full time? Is it 2 fights away, 1 fight away? You have an idea?
Like I said, I'm step by step. I'm not trying to set like a goal and get disappointed myself when it doesn't happen the way I want it to happen. You know.
And what about the the team, just atmosphere at Fortis right now with so many guys coming through on the Contender Series, on this card tonight even, and just really building the whole gym up as a whole?
It's awesome. It's just a team. Like it honestly, I told somebody before, it doesn't even feel like we have that many guys in the UFC. Like every time somebody brings it up, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, we got like fucking 7, 8, 9 people that are in the UFC, But honestly, we're not in the UFC yet. We still gotta prove. We gotta be in the UFC. You know what I mean? We have guys that are just getting into it, but we need to establish ourselves as a force in the UFC, not just a team that just happened to get 10 dudes in the UFC off of a Contender Series. You know what I mean?
Cool. All right. Congratulations.